fighting for our right to vote. But we are. And one of the best ways, I think, to expose digital vote fraud and shut that racket down once and for all, if they can hack those machines, so can we. And imagine the reptilian punditoids on TV McNews after, kind of going into conniptions and spaz attacks like Dan Rather did when he had to announce Jesse Ventura won in Minnesota. I don't believe this story, but it does appear the professional wrestler is blah, blah, blah. Anyway, well, we don't understand it. We don't understand it, Barbie doll. Yes, Ken doll. We don't understand it. The 12th state in a row has elected Homer Simpson governor. That'll bring down vote fraud once and for all. Because also what we're up against when building media literacy and better bullshit detectors is just convincing people life doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to be so stupid. We don't have to be so obedient. There was a big report a while back on the Pew Foundation, did a study of Americans' current attitudes toward religions and its place in politics and society, and one statistic popped out on that one. 78% of the 3,000 plus people they studied said that they had absolute standards of right and wrong, but only 5% said their absolute standards of morality and right and wrong were based on scientific information. 5%. What do the rest of them do? Here we go, putting down so-called primitive tribes for relying on witch doctors instead of big drug companies, when then we turn on the TV and we believe Dr. Phil, who isn't even a real MD, he's a witch doctor. He plays a doctor on TV. I mean, we have to illuminate what's possible. Spreading good ideas, pushing for good ideas is what puts them on the track to slowly but surely becoming reality. Don't let the issues be limited to, what sort of swift boat stuff gets thrown at McCain or Obama and suddenly that's the only thing that's important. Oh, the flag lapel is much more important than people's homes being foreclosed on and things like that. No, turn it around. I mean, if we want something else, we can eventually get there if we keep hammering and keep hammering, and especially if Obama gets in, blowtorch up the ass the whole time those people are in power. Blowtorch up their ass. Don't ever let them get comfortable. Remind them that national security really means that everybody has a home. National security means everybody can drink the water without having to buy it in a bottle from Coke or Pepsi. National security means not getting your hand cut off at work and having your job outsourced to India and you have to train the person replacing you. National security means that we don't live in fear of being taken out to one of Dick Cheney's torture chambers somewhere. And now, according to the British Guardian, they're torturing people on ships in the Indian Ocean. 200 people on over a dozen ships are there now. We don't have to fear that. National security means a woman decides what to do with her own body. National security means the Federal Communications Commission is less concerned about Howard Stern or Janet Jackson's titty as a weapon of mass destruction and more concerned with people like Fox News and the wannabe Fox Newses lying like fuck on TV every single night without anybody being allowed to reply. The whole reason that corporate McNews has been so dumbed down and so skewed to the extreme right, or if they have a discussion, it's right-wing versus ultra-right-wing, is because a law was allowed to expire in the late 1980s that was called the Fairness Doctrine, that said if one political point of view gets on the air, you have to let somebody have the same amount of time to reply without some clown like Bill O'Reilly telling them to shut up every 15 seconds. We need to bring the Fairness Doctrine back. Media reform. National security means everybody has enough to eat. National security means everybody has enough money for life, liberty,